everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Makeup by Mackenzie and I am Mackenzie, obviously. Today on my channel we're going to be opening up my May Ipsy bag. So without any further ado, let's play with some makeup, shall we? Alright, before we start with my May Ipsy bag, I'm going to go over two of the products from last month's Ipsy bag that I couldn't review and try out on camera for you guys. So let's start with the Purlisse or Purlisse coconut oil and coffee sugar body scrub. So let me start off by saying I am not a coffee fan. I don't drink coffee. I don't really enjoy the smell of coffee. I'm just not a coffee person. This is not something that like super excited me in the first place. I tried it out a couple times and honestly it feels a lot like scrubbing coffee grounds all over yourself, which I didn't find a very pleasant experience. Maybe if you're a coffee lover you would like it a little bit more than I did. It had a very strong coffee smell, and also the scrub in it is dark brown, so it really does look like you're scrubbing coffee grounds all over yourself. It is a very rough scrub. So this says it's gentle enough to use every day. I would not recommend using this for every day. Using rough scrubs can be damaging to your skin, so once a week is probably okay, but more than that I would not recommend with this. It also has coconut oil in it, and it definitely felt that way. My skin definitely felt moisturized after using it. However, it felt almost like a residue that was left on my skin, and I struggle with chest and back acne. So anything that leaves any sort of residue on my skin kind of freaks me out a little bit. I'm always worried about it clogging my pores. If you have dry skin, or if you have skin that's not as sensitive or prone to acne as I do, you might not find that as unappealing. So overall, I honestly think that a lot of my problems with this are personal preference. So this one didn't work for me, but it might work for somebody else. If you have an opinion of this, if you have used this or a product like this, please let me know your comments down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear if this is just me or if other people have had this experience with this. The second one is the NailMedic Keratin and Calcium Infused Nail Polish, and this is in the shade Rise and Slay, which I found this to be a very pretty color. It describes it as mint, which is actually more of a like pastel blue, like a robin's egg pastel blue. So I wouldn't call it mint. To me, mint usually means like a pastel green, but I still think that the color was very pretty. However, the formula of this wasn't great. So as I was applying it onto my nails, it was drying almost faster than I could apply it, which I love a fast drying nail polish, but this was a little too fast drying. It would kind of dry bumpy, and it would kind of go on bumpy and weird. I've had nail polishes in the past that kind of go on that way, but then they kind of settle themselves out as they dry. This didn't do that. So I do the first coat on one hand, and then I do the first coat on the other hand. And by the time I came back, it was dry. So I could touch it and stuff, and it wouldn't come off. So I was like, okay, it's fine to put the second coat on. But as I was applying the first coat, it almost felt like I was painting over wet nail polish. And that happened coat after coat. I ended up doing 4 coats, and I was never able to get it to look the way that I wanted to. Honestly, my nails looked gross. So the only thing I could think is that it was drying as I was applying it. So it felt like I was applying partially dry nail polish to my nails, which was causing it to apply very rough. That was a really strange experience. I've never had a nail polish feel that way. So again, if you liked this product, or if you have used it and have had a similar experience to me, I'd love to hear what you have to say down in the comments below. Definitely let me know what you thought of the NailMedic nail polishes, whether in this shade or in a different shade. But again, I liked the color, just didn't like the formula. Okie dokie, let's do this. Okay. Anything left in here? Nope. Okay. So let's talk about the packaging Aw, I think this is really cute. So it's got little passport stamps on it. So it's like a pale yellow with these like magenta passport stamps. And I think that's really cute. These came outside of the bag. These are the Gultamin C Real Gel Masks. They have 2 steps. So the first step is a mild peeling finger pad. And then the second step is the Real Gel Mask. That's kind of cool. Alright, so these are the Real Gel Masks from Common Labs. And it says, the sheet mask is formulated with famous skin-loving ingredients like brightening vitamin C and collagen-boosting, hydrating honey and propolis. It also comes with an AHA, that's a alpha hydroxy acid, famous for exfoliating, peel pad, which gets rid of any dead skin cells, dirt, and gunk left on your skin. It's really gentle and leaves you looking fresh and radiant. I typically have oily combination skin, but it's always good to hydrate your skin even when you have oily skin. So this will be interesting for me to try. And we'll see how my skin reacts to these. I will let you guys know. I won't be able to review that obviously in this video today, but I will have a review for it by next month's video. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the bag and see what the rest of the stuff is in here. Alrighty, so let's start off with this. This is the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. And it looks like it's just a white powder, which we'll have to see about flashback with that one. Is your skin oily, dry, combo? This baby's got you. It's made with actual Amazonian clay harvested from the banks of the Amazon River. That's great for all skin types and helps control oil production, brighten dark spots, and balance your skin's moisture levels. Mattifying makeup, minimizing the appearance of pores, blurring imperfections, and reducing shine. There's not much this translucent powder can't do. It's basically the MVP of our makeup bag. It's made up of finely milled powders that spread easily and evenly over your skin and prevent flashback, so no risk of washed out selfies. It's paraben free, so go crazy with it. It's not bad for you. So it says that it gets no flashback, so we'll have to test that out and see if we get any flashback. So the next thing is the Ico London I Do Liquid Eyeliner. So that's the box. Let's go ahead and open that up. So this is what it looks like in here. And that's the applicator. It looks like a felt tip pen. Smudge proof, fade proof, deep inky black. We have reached peak awesome liquid liner, people. The fine tip lets you get all up in the inner corners to create killer cat eyes, fierce flicks, and even out there graphic liner looks. Okay, so let me go ahead and see what this looks like here. Ooh, wow, that is very black. And it looks like it's drying down matte. Alright, next we've got the Elizabeth Mott Pop Goes the Shadow Premium Eyeshadow in the shade Mermaid Teal. Ooh, it's dark and it almost looks like it has a gold reflect to it. These long-lasting eyeshadows will add a touch of drama to any smoky eye look. Their creamy formula makes blending a cinch and knocks out creasing. Apply dry for subtle highlights by day or wet for a night out. Mermaid Teal is a flirty aqua hue that's awesome for adding a small or big pop of color. So let's go ahead and swatch that. Ooh, it's very buttery. Ooh. It's nice and shimmery. And yeah, I was right when I said it had a gold reflect to it. So it's got little flecks of gold kind of in it. It's very pretty. Alright, and then the last item from this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cairo, which looks like from the bottle it's a nude. We're so stoked to have these new shades in our glam bag. They're smooth, creamy, and fresh for spring, and the names are kind of giving us wanderlust. The formula is highly pigmented, buildable, and long-lasting, aka smooch-proof. The scent equals delish. just like a vanilla cupcake. Yum. Cairo is a pure pale nude. Nudes are kind of hit and miss with me. Sometimes they're a little bit too nude where they make you look dead, and then sometimes they're too pink where it's almost like it's not even a nude, it's a pink. So we'll have to see how I feel about that one. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and then we will start to test this out, starting with the translucent powder from Tarte. Okie dokie, so I've got my concealer on and I went ahead and did the top of my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and test out the Tarte setting powder. Go ahead and knock some of it into the lid. Okay, so we've got some of it into the lid there now. Now I'm going to go ahead and try and set my under eyes with it. No. Oh, it's really powdery. I can see the powder floating up. Alright, now we're going to set the rest of the face. Oh, there's a lot of powder floating around, that's for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and test the flashback to see if we get any flashback. Oh! So I'll have this picture up here somewhere. We're getting some major flashback. My goodness. This is not a great photo of me, first of all. But you can see under my eyes, especially, there's a lot of flashback. Yeah, we're getting some major flashback under the eye. Well, that's not so great, is it? My face does look nice and matte, but it definitely has like a white cast over it. Yeah, so I'm not sure how I feel about that, especially with this awful flashback. My goodness, this photo's not very good. Okay, so I went and just dusted my normal face powder really quickly over the top of my face. It's a good thing I'm not going to have any pictures taken today because that was some pretty bad flashback. Alright, so let's move on to the Pop Goes the eyeshadow in Mermaid Teal from Elizabeth Mott. And I'm just going to take that on a smudger brush. I apologize if you hear the garbage truck outside. That's really annoying. I'm sorry. So I'm just going to take that on a smudger brush. I'm just going to run it right along that lower lash line. And start smudging it out. That's a pretty color. Looks really nice with the eyeshadow I did on the top. In case you guys are wondering what I did on the top of the eyes, the crease color is from the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible Deluxe palette. And then the lid shade is a combination of a shade from the Morphe 35B palette and a shade from the Wet n Wild Sweet as Candy palette. I'm just going to take a pointed fluffy brush and I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line to kind of fluff it out a little bit. So that's looking pretty fun right now, and I think a black eyeliner would kind of ground it and tie everything together really nicely. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use the Ico London liquid eyeliner. So let's see how this works. Hopefully it doesn't mess it up, because I'm kind of liking the direction this eye look is going in right now. So let's see here. I'm going to start just by drawing a thin line on my lash line. Alright, so that's super easy to get a nice thin line with. The point's really nice and fine. So let's go ahead and try to do a little wing. I'm just going to do a small one. I don't really care for the way big wings look on me, so I'm just going to try and do a small one. Try is the key word there. What I'm finding is that the very tip of the marker is getting dry, and it's taking a long time for it to get rehydrated, whereas the rest of the marker still has plenty of ink in it. So what's happening is that I can do the actual wing, but then when it comes to doing any sort of detail work, like fixing up the wing to make sure it's straight, or doing the inner corner work, it's dried out, so I can't do it, or it becomes a little bit smudgy, so it's not as like inky black. So I'm going to have to wait on it for a little bit. Alright, so it took us a minute, but we eventually got there and it started raining, so it's darker outside than it was before. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara and put on some blush and stuff, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so I've got my blush on, I've got some mascara on, and this look is basically almost done, except for one last thing, which is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cairo. If you watched my last month's Ipsy video, you know that I already like the formula of the soft matte lip creams, but I have not tried this color before, so hopefully I like the color. Whoa, that is nude. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, so I think we can tell that I probably won't be liking this color. It is very nude. Yeah, that's basically almost my skin tone. So it's certainly not right for me. Alrighty, so that was this month's Ipsy bag. Let me quickly just go through them one more time to kind of give you a rundown of the things I liked and didn't like, real quick summary. So let's start with the Tarte powder. Did not like this at all. It gave a white cast over my face, and then when I tested it with taking a picture with flash, it had some pretty bad looking flashback, especially under my eyes. So this is one I probably won't be using again. The eyeshadow, I think this color is really pretty. It definitely gives a nice little pop of color, and I'm sure it would look really pretty on the lid as well. It's got a nice sheen and gold reflect to it. And I actually think it's very wearable. I don't think it's a crazy color at all. And I really like this color. I probably will be wearing this again. And the formula of the eyeshadow is very creamy, very blendable, very easy to use. Then we've got the Ico London waterproof liquid liner. I love the finish of this eyeliner. It's a matte eyeliner, and it looks like it's going to last for a long time. It's a very pigmented black, so it's a really nice black eyeliner. The only thing is it tends to dry out, which I find that's a problem with a lot of felt tip eyeliners that I've used, which is a bummer. I do like the pen eyeliners better than I like pot eyeliners. I tend to find that they're a lot easier to use, but for some reason felt tip ones tend to dry out very easily. And then we have the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. I usually love the formula of these. I just hate this color. It looks like I have just put concealer over my mouth and I haven't applied lipstick yet, so this is definitely not one that I personally would wear again. I'm sure it would look good on someone, just not on me. So let me know if you got the May Ipsy bag and what products came in your Ipsy bag. Did you like them? Did you get any of the same products I do? If so, what did you think of them? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you've tried out some of these products, regardless of whether you got them in an Ipsy bag or not, I would also like to hear what you think of them. Did you like them? Did you not like them? Let me know. As always, I will have all of these products listed down below and linked for you as well. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at MUBYMackenzie. Also, if you like this video, give it a big ol' thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Meanwhile, if you like my channel and you want my channel to be better, like the lighting quality, because the lighting was kind of all over the place today, or the camera quality, things like that, please consider donating to my GoFundMe campaign, which I will have linked down below. I'm going to use 100% of that money to improve my channel and get better camera and lighting equipment. Alright, that's all I have for today. Remember, makeup has no rules. They're more like guidelines, so you do you, boo-boo. Alright, see you next time, everyone. My May Ipsy bag. Hello everyone! Let me go ahead and take them out of their... Okay. Jeez, this garbage truck. Yeah.